ONTV recently hosted its 8th annual food drive. Despite the weather, the event managed to raise over 5,000 pounds of food for the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. Avid golfers braved frigid conditions to take part in the 4th annual Ice Cup Golf Challenge to benefit a local organization. A brand new business moved into the building occupied by the Chamber of Commerce, and they were welcomed with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. And Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson looked back on a successful 2017 during his annual State of the County address. Hello, I'm Stacy Calloway. I'll have these stories and more coming up on this edition of ONTV News. Between the holidays and post office food drive in the spring, the shelves at the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry get a little light. That's why ONTV has selected this time of the year to hold its annual food drive. On Saturday, February 10th, ONTV went live on the air for its 8th annual 5 or 5 food drive at the Orion Center. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., residents were invited to visit the ONTV studio with donations of food or money for a chance to win a wide variety of raffle prizes donated by local businesses and community organizations. Viewers and visitors were also able to enjoy performances by local musicians and dance groups throughout the broadcast. All donations collected benefited the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry.
It's wonderful. We have such a need in our community, and the neighbors just supply and help everybody that's in need, and it's lovely. Even in the bad weather today, you got a lot of food, and everybody will really appreciate it.
Unfortunately, heavy snow on Friday and Saturday hampered collection efforts a bit, although people still made an effort to come to the Orion Center with their donations.
Challenges this year, really, it was only the weather. And it was a big challenge. 6 inches plus hit us the week of the food drive leading up to on the 10th of the main drive day. But I have to say our 17 community collection partners did a fantastic job. Without them, we couldn't have hit the 5,000 mark again. It's only the, I think, 3rd time out of 8 years that we hit that mark or above. So yeah, we were aiming for 6,000, but 5,100, that's pretty darn good.
Well, I was bringing some food over to for the fish program, and ONTV has sponsored this great event to be able to give back to our community. And it's a nonprofit organization, and they just relocated over on M24 in Oxford, and it has taken off like fire today, and we're just bringing some food down to be able to help support the cause, and some Boy Scouts just came in. It's awesome. So I'm on the Cable Commission, and we support the equipment and ONTV and our grants, and to make all this possible. You know, it's a small community giving back to the community, so that's what I love about living in Orion Township.
The staff and residents of Beacon Square have kindly and generously contributed food to this drive, mainly because I have told them over the last few weeks how near and dear this whole event is to my heart, because it feeds a need, and it helps feed the hungry.
My daughter's here, and she's volunteering, and I see all these kids coming in, and some of them I recognize from other, from back in the day, but it's important because we all come together to feed the people in our community. So that's incredibly important. And I was here last year. It was my first time last year seeing it, and I had such a good time, and it was just a really awesome experience, and seeing people that I know from the community and business people. So it's just important for all of us to be here, and I'm really glad that so many people have come out today, even in the snow. So.
Later in the day, volunteers began sorting the donations into milk crates supplied by the food pantry. Fish volunteers arrived to pick up the crates and deliver them to the food pantry in Oxford. It's estimated that 5,100 pounds of food was collected during the event.
Yeah, without all the volunteers, the ONTV volunteers, the volunteers from Lake Orion High School, the students that came out, that donated on site for service hours, they did a fantastic job. Those students who helped pack for us, we had about 8 or 9 kids from the high school out here packing on a Saturday, doing some civic work. So we thank them up and down. We can't say thank you enough to them, and then ONTV volunteers, and the people who came in to perform for us. I mean, they are a part of our volunteers. They didn't have to give their time, but they did, because they knew that this is a fantastic program.
If the snow kept you at home during the food drive, it's not too late to make a donation. ONTV continues to accept donations of food and money, as well as several other locations in the community.
We have drop boxes around the community, about a dozen of them, both post offices, just to name a couple, and they're on our website at oxfordorionfish.org. And you also can drop it off at the pantry. You can call for a pickup. We have several businesses who do little food drives, and they just call me. I'm the pantry contact person, so I get all the emails and phone calls, and I arrange for someone to pick it up. You can also give a monetary donation to PayPal right on our website. It's 100% tax deductible. We're a 501(c)(3) organization, so we appreciate that too.
The next major food drive to take place in the community is the Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. On Saturday, May 12th, Lake Orion letter carriers will collect food left at mailboxes to benefit the food pantry. In 2017, more than 71 million pounds of food was collected across the country. Although winter forces most people to stay inside and cuddle up under a warm blanket until spring arrives, some people actually enjoy venturing out in the cold, especially if it means helping out a great cause. On Saturday, February 3rd, more than 100 people came out for the 4th annual Ice Cup Golf Challenge, benefiting the Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club. Participants took part in 9 holes of golf, with 7 on the frozen surface of Lake Orion and 2 holes in downtown Lake Orion. One hole challenged golfers to tee off using a slingshot.
Right, we're doing a scramble, so it's just a traditional scramble. Everybody starts at a different hole. They'll all go through 9 holes, and we'll end up at Lockhart's at the end of the day.
In addition to entry fees, money was raised through raffles with prizes donated by area businesses.
Yeah, we have raffles, we have giveaways. The Rewall Company has donated some very nice tickets. We've got some Curbco has donated some Tiger tickets. So we have some stuff. We have some really good prizes this year, and we hope to raise about $15,000. So.
Two teams ended up tying for first place. Team Barnett, made up of Chris Barnett, Sam Ashley, and Kevin Yee, and the Long Putters, made up of Phil Auger, Chris Auger, Don Anderson, and Rob Anderson. The money raised benefits the efforts of the Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club.
Our big program is to buy beds for children in need. So the Oakland County and some Love Inc. Tip us off to people in need with beds, and we provide beds for them. So we do 40 to 50 beds a year for people in need.
The Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club meets every Thursday at 7:15 a.m. at CJ's Lakeside Grill in downtown Lake Orion. You can find their Facebook page by searching for @Lake Orion Rotary. The tax season is officially underway since the IRS began accepting tax returns in January. If you're struggling to navigate through your receipts, there's a new Lake Orion business that can help you out. On Thursday, January 25th, representatives of the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce didn't have to travel very far for a ribbon-cutting ceremony at CapoCore Professional Advisors, a CPA that has office space in the same building occupied by the chamber.
You ready?
You ready?
All right. Chamber was part of my overall business plan of moving out here. I knew that coming from Troy to Lake Orion was going to cause some clients not to want to travel that distance, but I knew being part of the chamber would help backfill some of that loss of clients and being active in the community. And from the type of person that I am, if I'm part of something, I'm part of it. I am not just a passive participant. So the having the chamber here and being part of the chamber is just going to be instrumental in my business and really be able to take it to the next level.
Lo Piccolo worked at a firm in Troy before deciding to start his own business. As a resident of Oxford, his commute got a whole lot shorter when he decided to open his office in downtown Lake Orion.
I always had a vision to do something different within the public accounting. To one of the core values of CapoCore is to get rid of the billable hour and to charge more on a flat fee and to be more fee transparent and to be more proactive with my clients. And I wasn't being able to do that with the firm I was at. So I decided that I wanted to start my own and do it that way.
For more information, visit capocore.com or give them a call at 248-564-1410. Just a few weeks later, chamber members once again gathered for a celebration, but this business isn't exactly new to the community. On Thursday, February 8th, Team Rehabilitation Physical Therapy was the site of a ribbon-cutting ceremony courtesy of the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce. The business has been located in the Orion Medical Center on South Lapeer Road since June of 2016. Those in attendance were celebrating the fact that Team Rehabilitation had recently joined the chamber.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Trying to see what we can do to grow the business and get to know the other people in our community. See if we can maybe have more of a footprint in Lake Orion, maybe not just in terms of making people well, but also just some sort of a community involvement as well.
Team Rehabilitation was started in Southville in 2002. The Lake Orion location is one of 51 locations that can be found throughout the Metro Detroit area and several nearby states.
Right now we have 3 physical therapists with multiple specialty areas. We treat everything from newborn and pediatric up through high school athletes. We do a lot with balance, gait problems, people with fall problems, working with our elderly. So we treat the whole lifespan, really. In order to find us, they can either come see us right down here on Lapeer Road. They can get an order from their physician, or they can find us on our website that is team-rehab.com. And that has all of our information and our hours on there.
You'll be able to find Team Rehabilitation staff members taking part in the Chamber's upcoming Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo, scheduled to take place on Saturday, May 5th at Walden Middle School. For more information about the event, you can call 248-693-6300 or visit orionareachamber.com. In his 7th consecutive term and 25th year as Oakland County Executive, L. Brooks Patterson hosted his annual State of the County address on February 7th at the Strand Theater in Pontiac. Patterson was introduced by the winner of the county's elite 40 under 40 class of 2018, Dr. Lucy Dalton, who is a doctor of psychology with McLaurin Health System in Flint. Patterson was introduced by the winner of the county's elite 40 under 40 class of 2018, Dr. Lucy Dalton, who is a doctor of psychology with McLaurin Health System in Flint. Dr. Dalton is a native of Pontiac and is the first woman of color to receive this recognition.
It is pretty obvious that Brooks is focused, ambitious, and a man about his business. But after a thorough psychoanalysis of him, after meeting him, getting to know him on a personal level, I have learned that he is also a passionate, inquisitive, and generous individual with a quirky sense of humor who truly cares about the Oakland County community. All that being said, I am proud to stand before you this evening and introduce the man who made this all happen, Mr. L. Brooks Patterson.
During his presentation, the county executive looked back on 2017 and looked ahead to 2018 and beyond. Here are some of the highlights.
So where do we start tonight? Well, let's talk about our record number, $1.2 billion. That's B as in Brooks. That's the amount 62 companies invested in Oakland County in 2017, setting a record for investment in one year here in the county. That means more than one company per week located or expanded here in Oakland County. Now let's break that down and see what $1.2 billion in total new investment means. It means 9,500 new jobs and 8,400 retained jobs for a total of 17,900 affected jobs. 27 international companies from 13 countries showed great confidence in Oakland County by investing $305 million in new operations and expanded facilities. Now these countries, Brazil, China, Germany, India, Israel, Japan, South Korea, invested here in Oakland County, and that's a big exclamation point since these countries represent some of the largest economies in the world who chose to invest with us here in Oakland County. Of course, since Oakland County is the robotics hub of Michigan, and it's no surprise that we are home to the Oakland County Competitive Robotics Association, or OCRA, whose mission is to increase the number of high school students involved in competitive robotics. OCRA, as well as our Academic Development Department, will play a significant role in hosting the Robotics World Championship down at CapoCore in Detroit this April, an event that will draw hundreds of teams from all over North America. And we are anticipating Oakland County will be well represented in this year's World Championship, since last year runner-up team was from Lake Orion. Yeah. And the Lake Orion contingent is well represented here. More than $1 billion of investment in 1 year, augmented reality, robots, a new animal shelter, an ORV park, and so much more. It's really been an incredible year for Oakland County. We're expecting more of the same in 2018.
You can view the 2018 State of the County Address in its entirety on YouTube. You can also watch it right here on ONTV in the near future. And with that, we'll wrap up this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching.